and in this video I'm going to have a go at infusing some boiled sweets. So yes, I know, a boiled sweet infused vodka is nothing new whatsoever, but this is just me making a video of my experience of it and sharing it with you. And for this one, I've got some of these. Oh, some rhubarb and custard boiled sweets. Oh, thinking about it, I have made a fresh rhubarb infusion before, which turned out very nice. So I shall also drop a link in the description below for that video as well. But I haven't made a custard infusion. So I'm going to assume that this bag of 200 grams will have enough sugar content in this so that I don't need to add in any additional sugar to the final product to make it more palatable. So what do I need? First off, a jar with some alcohol, and all I need to do is measure some of this out and infuse it with the sweets in here, and then I will then water it down at a later date to make it 40% ABV. There we go. So, and here I've got the 200 grams of boiled sweets, and I've added in 200 milliliters of a neutral spirit at 93% ABV. So I'll now shake this up once a day and see what happens. And here I am back after 2 weeks have passed. That's right, 2 weeks. Count them. 1, 2. And to be honest, these things have held their form incredibly well. After 2 weeks, this is starting to turn a little bit personal. It's a bit like idiot versus boiled sweet. Is that right? Okay then, let's get it on! For now, it looks like the sweets are winning. Just give me a minute. So I put in here 200 milliliters of alcohol. So I'm just going to strain this off and have a quick look to see what fluid I'm left with. And I'm not sure if you can see this very well at all. I've actually still got exactly 200 mil. Yeah. That's what it smells like. Cool, pretty strong. Right. So I think my plan of action now is I'm going to add some water into this to dilute it down to 40% ABV, add the sweets back into it and leave it for a while longer and see what happens. Because I really want this one to work. Come on. Okay sweets, it's time for round 2. Well, that did go a lot better than round 1 did. You see, because after just a few hours of adding the water, you can see what difference it's made already. It's looking good. So I'm off to a quick trip to A&E and we'll be back in the morning to see what this looks like. Okay, and here we are again, and it really looks as if I'm starting to win this battle now. Yeah, I'll shake this up a little bit more, and I reckon by tonight these will be fully dissolved and I can bottle it up and we can have ourselves a tasting of it. And here we are at the end of the video, and as per usual, I have my final product. The Rhubarb and Custard Boiled Sweet Infusion. There it is, incredible colour. Oh. And also, if you're wondering why I did have a bit of trouble at the beginning of the video, I'll attempt to explain what happened a little bit later on if you're interested. In the meantime, we need to find out who is the champion of champions. Who will walk away with the winner's title? Because the final round comes down to how this actually tastes. Here we go. Fight! KO! Winner! Woohoo! Winner, winner. Yep, that's come out brilliant. You can, well I can, really get the flavour of the custard out of this. Yeah, well, maybe not so much the rhubarb. If I do this again, I'll probably up the ratio slightly of the sweets, but not by much. That's worked very nicely. God, who would have thunked it? Hey? Right. So going back to almost the start of the video, where I had the boiled sweets in a high ABV alcohol solution, and it wasn't going anywhere, was it? No. Well, this might be commonplace, everybody might know this, but yeah. To old thicko here, no, I had to do a little bit of research to find out what on earth was going on. And if I can get this out correctly, which would be a miracle, what we're looking at, I think, is the electronegativity between the molecules of what all this stuff is made up of. And I think you've got basically two camps. You've either got the polar or the non-polar, okay? And so I found out if you have two non-polars, they will merge together, they will be happy as Larry. If you have two polars, they will merge together and be happy. But if you have a polar and a non-polar, boink, no, they don't like each other. So it turns out that the alcohol, the high proof alcohol, because there's not much water in it, is non-polar, okay? The glucose, the sugar, which is actually, you know, the boiled sweets, guess what? They're polar, aren't they? So the two in the jam jar did nothing, basically. But water is polar. So the boiled sweet's polar, the water is polar. Ooh, happy days. They get together and have a good time. So that is the reason why. It's obvious when you think about it, isn't it? And if I'd known about this beforehand, this video would have taken about a minute to watch. But on the upside, yeah, I'll take this information and use it with my up-and-coming infusions. That'll be handy. And secondly, obviously, you would have missed out on all the old... So, thanks very much for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I've enjoyed making it. And until next time, make sure you keep on shining.